Hi guys, welcome to another question and answer video. Today I will go through some questions that I get on my channel. I'll answer short questions, but I am doing and I will do more of these videos in the future. So I see a lot of you ask specific questions, so feel free to comment under this video or other videos with other questions, and every once in a while I will pick some up, the most common questions, and I will answer them. Today I want to start with a question about somebody that asked me if the exercises that I do without the spring are also good for not only for metal drummers basically, but also for somebody that plays jazz or other kind of music. And absolutely yes. Actually, all these exercises and all the technique or exercises that I do usually are not specific for a kind of music, but it's just to develop the control of the body and the gear that we use, the external forces. And so then once you kind of like master these motions and master these things, you will apply them to your kind of music. As I always often mention, I got a lot of my hand technique, most of my hand technique from jazz drumming, and then I kind of like translated those information to my feet, but it comes from there. Like almost every technique, hand technique, most of that stuff comes from the jazzy more jazz approach, and they developed a lot of this stuff. So going back to the no spring, absolutely yes, the goal here is to develop the approach and sensibility with the pedal rather than improving the speed. So it's absolutely useful to not only benefit the approach of the pedal, but also balance on the stool. Make sure that you're like isolating and using your body in the right way. So I really suggest to anyone to do some of these exercises. That's why I put up many different techniques: heel down, heel up, heel toe, swivel, all kind of stuff, the slide technique, so that it covers a lot of different styles and so also kind of music that you can play. So yeah, those exercises are done to work on synchronization with the pedal, fixing your balance, fixing your motions, making sure you're not choking the pedal, you're not doing extra effort in approaching the pedal and playing bass drum patterns or bass drum technique. So absolutely, jazz, rock, metal, funk, whatever you play, I think you should do these type of exercises. Another question that I'm getting a lot is about the Dyna pedals, the new Tama Dyna pedals, because they seen me using the pedals and then doing other videos with the Iron Cobras. So a lot of people is asking if I switched back to Iron Cobra, or with the answer is no. So I have the Dyna on my kit and the Iron Cobras on my pads. So usually it's just more comfortable for me to have the gear set up, getting practice and play. When it goes to my actual playing, I'm using the Dyna. The good thing about the Dyna though is that with the settings that they have, you can adjust the feel of the pedal. You can have more of like a comeback or more buried into the kick kind of feel, and so you can really adjust the pedals even if they're direct drives to have the Iron Cobra or a chain pedal feel. And so it doesn't really even make a big of a difference for me when I practice. Then so people say, well, why bother with the direct drives? It does then help when it gets to extreme speeds, because the direct drive, of course, it's less lag compared to the chain pedal, right? So it's not like it helps, you don't go faster, but you just feel a little bit less effort in maintaining and getting up to those speeds, because the pedal is more responsive, and so you don't feel that little lag that when the more you speed up, the more the playing gets extreme, and so those little details make a difference. And so That's why I'm preferring the Dyna now. Another reason that a lot of my videos have iron cobras is because they might have been shot before the Dyna was even out, and those are snippets from the lessons that I've had on my website for several years. So that's also that. But just to make clear, I love iron cobra. Iron cobra has been, but in this moment I'm using more the Dyna. I'm preferring the Dyna because of these settings that really allow you to adjust and personalize the pedal feel, and that's exactly what I want, and I can do that without having to change too much the spring tension. The spring tension just adjusts then the speed and the pressure of the pedal, but not the balance, meaning if you feel more going towards the front or the back. I've done a video on a Dyna I might do another one even more more in depth, and now that I've used it for a while I can give even further details maybe, so I'll get into that in another video. But Dyna is my first choice now. Iron Cobra, it's always my second choice, and I still love Iron Cobra. Dyna is just a little bit better in this moment. Okay, and another question is on practicing without the spring, the pedals without the spring. If you can do it on a bass drum, or you can do it on any pad. No, meaning that you need a good rebound, a surface that has a good rebound to do these exercises. It's exactly like if you want to play, you want to use the rebound on the pillow or on the pad or on a floor tom, right? There will be different things. So the floor tom could be compared to the bass drum. The pillow could be compared to certain pads, and the pad could be compared to this pad, for example. So make sure you either tune the bass drum in a way that gives you a good rebound, or that you have a pad that will give you a good rebound, because that's essential to do these exercises. Some people ask me if the springs below the iron cobras or the cobra coils help. They don't. They have nothing to do with that. I don't even know if these are. No, I got rid of the cobra coils here, so they do nothing in these exercises. As you can see, I can still, just play without the springs. So the thing is to have a good rebound, a pad that has a good rebound, so that you don't have to put a lot of power to have a little bit of rebound. Which happens, I had pads that wouldn't work for this. That's how I select a pad, especially for my bass drum. When I'm in a store, I usually make sure that the pad has a good rebound to the pedal when the pedal doesn't have the spring, which is also usually the way I select the pedals without the spring, so that I understand the pedal balance, how the pedal is balanced. It's a very useful thing to get rid of the spring in the store and see how the pedal works without the spring. So I suggest you to do that when you select, the pad, or if you want to do these exercises, make sure you have a surface that gives you a good rebound, so that you can only focus on, the exercise and the rebound, no matter, the speed or the dynamic, and you just have to focus on the motions. At the end of the day, once you've done these exercises, you will put the spring back up. So you will have that something that pulls the beater back anyway. So you don't really need to work a lot on pressing down. It's better to have a good rebound. It's actually essential to do those exercises. So I suggest to do that. Okay, so I hope these answers will help you guys. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below this video or other videos. Feel free to share my stuff and subscribe if you like my content. The more you guys give me, the more I can give back, of course. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.